The consensus for the longest period of time was that our ambitions for net zero could be achieved through a mix of renewables and storage. The real world realities of that are now being seen. Grids are becoming less reliable, power is becoming more expensive, and more fundamentally, carbon emissions are not being reduced in many regions of the world. This is an outcome that was predicted by many technical experts at the onset of the renewable wave. And now those same experts are now being listened to, and they're recognizing that the fundamental backbone of any electrical generating system has to have at its core base load. It has to have at its core base load energy. And that has always been the one area which is strongest for nuclear energy. So nuclear energy needs to be part of that mix. And it's been quietly been doing that job for the past 50 odd years. It's been there, it's been working, it's been fundamental. And now those understandings are now being recognized again for its attributes and for its ability to do its job. And the reality is, our energy demand is not decreasing around the world. As we get into the more fundamental worlds of AI and data-driven, we're seeing higher increases of energy. And we have to remember that fundamentally, our societies have been driven by the use of clean, affordable, and abundant energy. That has been the driver of our societies for the longest period of time. And societies go through a natural progression in the evolution with time. They go from a society which is fundamentally based upon procuring energy to a society which is now using energy. And that's what AI is. It's the next evolution at how we're going to use energy for the betterment of society. Natural progression, which the Western developed nations are now seeing. What we have to keep in mind, though, is that what we have today is what every society, what every country wants. They deserve the same things which we take for granted. They deserve home heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, access to communications, access to infrastructure, the things which we take for granted. So we have to allow them to develop the same way and the same methods that we did. And in order for that to happen, you have to have that nuclear, you have to have that base load, you have to have that backbone, which is where that nuclear energy has come in and been doing its job for the past 50 odd years, quietly and reliably. Because the demand for energy is not decreasing. So our options are, if we want to meet net zero, we either embrace and understand nuclear and incorporate it into our grids, or we sacrifice. We sacrifice recognizing that we can't electrify everything overnight. Those industries that are out there that need to use that energy still require that energy. The economic penalties there, or we tell the rest of the world that doesn't have what we have, that they can't have it, they cannot grow, they cannot prosper. Those are both unacceptable outcomes, both from an economic and a political point of view. We have to do better, therefore we have to really consider nuclear within that mix.